Good evening, and you are with Sean again on the Leadership Boost podcast. Great to be with you this wonderful Tuesday of in October 2020. Just it's an amazing year. It's had its challenges, but the thing that I constantly realize is that the principles of living and leadership never change. And it is always based on relationship. The thing about it is, I've noticed over the years how we can get so busy building our thing, building our career, building our business, building our organization, that we forget the relationships, we neglect the relationships. And if the relationship doesn't contribute that what I think it should, then it gets discarded. And we have a very, very shallow approach to relationships today. There's not a lot of commitment to finding that place of where we can inspire others. And you don't just inspire others from a distance. There are those, but the greatest impact you make is within a relationship where you have the permission, you have the right, you have earned the right to influence them. And because you're an inspiration, and because you're inspirational, because you have that sense of purpose, that sense of meaning about you, they're open to being influenced by you and then being impacted by you. We must never neglect the process that is involved, the journey that's involved in being a leader. It's not just getting a position and now I can, in fact, make an impact on people's lives. It's not about, I thank goodness, I thank God for the opportunity that I've had to stand on platforms and actually deliver messages that have impacted people's lives. I'm grateful for every message I get back when people say, thank you for, that message. Thank you for sharing that. Or, going back years and how their lives were impacted by it. Both Michelle and I, it's a privilege that we have. But I know the greatest impact that I've had in people's lives is the ones that I've walked in a relationship with. Those that I've had the opportunity to mentor and coach and spend time with and help shift paradigms and help shift mindsets, limiting beliefs. And sometimes it's just one little thing. People don't realize it, but it's just one little thing makes a huge difference in their life. And so you can have that opportunity. Never neglect your relationships. Never neglect people around you. So tonight we're talking about, in fact, one of the ways to inspire people around you. Last night I spoke about, are you inspiring someone? And you are inspiring. The thing about it is we've got to begin to believe in that and respect that about us and be confident in the fact and actually do what's necessary, develop that, because somebody's watching us, somebody is watching you, somebody is, in fact, being inspired by you. Whether you believe it or not, sometimes we just think, well, if I just hide away, but you're never that deeply hidden. Well, if you are, then you're going to be totally dysfunctional. So I know it's not you. That's why you're on this podcast. You're here because you know what it is to be exceptional, and you're wanting to grow into that exceptional place of where you're making an impact in people's lives by inspiring them. So you don't inspire others by showing them how amazing you are. Now, even though, amazing people can sometimes inspire us, but you inspire them by recognizing and acknowledging and showing them how amazing they are. When you help people discover their greatness, when you help them discover their potential, their purpose, their awesomeness, their uniqueness, sometimes it's just helping people discover their own convictions, their own values. An incredible thing happens that suddenly they are inspired to reach higher. And they see you as that inspiration in their life. So don't inspire others by trying to show them how amazing you are, but inspire them by recognizing and acknowledging and showing them how amazing they are. That's leadership. That's exceptional leadership. I think an aspect of consideration, I always talk about courage and consideration. Well, I think an aspect of consideration that is often overlooked, and I think courage as well, is the effort we make to recognize, celebrate the exceptional in others. We want others to accept and to recognize and acknowledge our greatness and our exceptionalism, exceptionality, if that's a word. But the part of courage and consideration within every leader is in fact the effort that the leader, the exceptional leader, makes to recognize and celebrate the exceptional in others. The exceptional, of course, is their purpose, their gifting, their potential, their contribution, their small wins, their leadership, their uniqueness, their strength that they bring to the table. You can inspire others by visibly recognizing and acknowledging their contribution to a common bigger picture and purpose. Visibly recognizing them. You need to sit down and look at the people around you in your life. I'm not just talking about your employees. I'm talking about people in your life. People that are contributing to your life that in some way or another, that are involved in your life in some depth, in some form or fashion, and decide who you're going to acknowledge. Then decide what you want to acknowledge in them. And then decide how you are going to recognize and acknowledge them. And then when are you going to do it? This is a plan. It's strategic. It's like, I'm going to take time to find that something in somebody and celebrate it. It could be a thank you note. It could be a smile. It could be having a break together, having a cup of coffee. Sometimes I did a talk locally not so long ago. And I said, hey, I'd love to meet with people in the area. If you're available for a cup of coffee, won't you invite me to have a cup of coffee? I don't know anybody here. And you know what? Nobody did. Nobody did. And I thought, that's strange. It's like nobody will make the effort. They all stick with each other, but here I'm a stranger. Here's your opportunity, to acknowledge. Here's your opportunity to welcome. Here's an opportunity to find out more, about a person, or tell more about yourself. Either way, I said, I'd love to hear about you and what you do and how you do it, etc. So it could be that you just give them, this may sound strange, but just a certificate of recognition, just saying, hey, I just want to recognize the incredible way, the way you smile all the time, how polite you are, how committed you are to the people around you. I mean, it could be, you think to yourself, really, Sean? But that's what it takes. That's what it takes. And now I'm making this very practical on the level of people in your life, but what about your team? What about at work? Are you taking time to recognize and acknowledge and celebrate them? So you could also do a public praise and recognition. We just want to acknowledge so-and-so, Or it could be that if they're in your employee or in your team, you could give them a small bonus or a free meal. Just to say, hey, thank you very much. I value you. You matter. You do matter. And you cannot believe what a long way that goes. For some people, it's just going up to them and saying, I just want you to know how important you really are and how important your contribution is. I celebrate that. Thank you. So remember, we are not on the earth to see how important we can become. But we are here to show how much of an impact we can make in others. This is what true leadership really is. All right, so that's my inspiration for you tonight, wherever you are in the world. Thank you for being with me. And this is Sean saying over and out.